Hello everyone and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today I am going to start basically a series of Halloween recipes that will go from the 27th of October on through to most likely the 27th of September on through to about the 27th of October. So it should be 31 days of Halloween recipes. I may do a few others after that for the last couple of days, but I wanted to make sure that you guys had time to see the recipes and make them if you wanted to before Halloween, so maybe not. Although I have a lot more than 31 recipes because of all the different cookbooks, so there will be Halloween ones showing up here and there as well anyways. And I will put this on a new playlist on my YouTube channel of Halloween and move some of the recipes that we've already made that could be considered for Halloween onto that list as well, okay? All right, so what we are going to be making today is something from the Hocus Pocus cookbook. Today's recipe is Butcherson Zombie Fingers, okay? So the only thing that you're gonna need to start this is 6, it says Persian cucumbers. I couldn't find Persian, so I just bought these like little mini cucumbers. And unfortunately there was only 5 in the bag, so I have 5 instead of 6, but that's okay. You're also going to need 12 pieces of garlic, 12 garlic cloves, that's what they're called, and they should be peeled. I would get the smallest ones that you can find because these are going to be the fingernails, okay? The other thing that you are going to need is 2 24-ounce like mason jars or something like this, a sealable jar like mason jars, something. It says the 24 ounces is about the size you need. These are 32 ounces. I could not find 24. I can only find 16 and 32. So I'm using 32-ounce ones. If you can find 24-ounce ones, or if you have 24-ounce ones, then use those, okay? All right, so this is pretty simple to begin with for right now to just make the fingers. So basically you're gonna take your little cucumber here and you're just gonna break it in half, okay? And then at the end that isn't broken, what you're gonna do is, let's see here. You're gonna go ahead and make an X in that end, about 1/4 of an inch deep, okay? So I would just take, oh, that was a lot more than 1/4 of an inch, whoops. Just kind of, well, try not to stab it down in there. But anyways, try to make about 1/4 inch deep. It's only on the one side here. X in it, okay? There we go. And do that on both ends. And then you're gonna take your garlic clove and stick it in that X. Let's make sure the pointed side is up. There we go. Okay? And you're just gonna stick it in that X like that. Okay? So you've got a little fingernail sticking out of your cucumber here. Okay? Something like that. There we go. And then you can go ahead and put that into your jar. Okay? With the garlic bulb sticking up, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do both jars. So I'm gonna go ahead, oh, and then I forgot. Once you get all your fingers in there, you're gonna go ahead and put about 2 to 3 sprigs of dill into each jar. So a sprig is just the little limbs coming off the main limb. So put 2 or 3 in one jar and 2 or 3 in the other jar, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will come back and I will show you on the stove how to make the pickling stuff that we're gonna pour in here, okay? So I'll be back in just a few minutes. You guys, so I got my little cucumbers with their pieces of garlic in them in my jars here with my I put 3 sprigs of dill in each jar, okay? So now we have to make basically like the pickling sauce for this, okay? So what you're gonna do is you are gonna take in a 2-cup measuring cup is what it says, which I need to grab my 2-cup one. There we go. Okay, so in a 2-cup measuring cup, you're going to put 3/4 of a cup of water into it. Okay. Then you're also going to put, I'm trying to find a place to set this. There we go. That works for now since that hasn't been on yet. Okay, so 3/4 of a cup of water combined with some red wine vinegar, which you're gonna need a 1/2 of a cup of red wine vinegar. Should have taken that cap off. It's a little bit slow. I guess that makes it easier to measure though. There we go. Okay, half of a cup of red wine vinegar. Then you're also going to add to this some apple cider vinegar, which is going to be a fourth of a cup of apple cider vinegar. Okay, put that in there. And then anything else? Oh yes, some salt and sugar. So you're going to put in a tablespoon. It's supposed to be of kosher salt, but if you guys have watched my stuff in the past, you'll know I just use regular salt. Okay, so a tablespoon of kosher salt if you want to use it. Okay. And then 3/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. Okay. So that's going to be a half of a teaspoon. And then a fourth of a teaspoon. Okay. Go. All right, so you put all that in there and you're gonna stir this up to combine it. Let's use the spatula. There we go. Okay, so stir it up. Ooh, kind of makes a grapefruity looking. I call that grapefruit. That color looks like grapefruit. Yeah. Okay, so once you got that all combined up, you're just gonna set that to the side for now, okay? So we've got that part done. So now you're gonna take a saucepan, and in this saucepan, you are gonna add some peppercorns, and you're gonna need a half a tablespoon of peppercorns. Now it says to have it turned on and heating while you're doing this, but I'm not going to do that because I usually end up burning stuff. So I'm gonna put the stuff in first and then turn the heat on, okay? So you need a half a tablespoon of peppercorns, then a half a teaspoon of fennel seed. Half a teaspoon, here we go. That's a half a teaspoon, right? Yes. Okay, half a teaspoon of fennel seed. Then a half a teaspoon of celery seed. Okay. And then, let's see. And 2 bay leaves, okay? Oh, here's a good one right on the top that hasn't gotten broken up. Yes, love it when that happens. Ooh, maybe another good one? Right, oh, that other one covered it up. Come on. The only thing bad, they break up in there and then you gotta try to dig out a good one out of all the broken ones. I mean, I could just put a couple broken pieces in there and make that a whole one, but kind of like the whole ones. They're prettier and they're easier to get out when you need to discard them, if you need to discard them. I think I got it. Woohoo, I did, okay. All right, so 2 bay leaves. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn this on, does it say, oh, to a medium heat, toasting it, and you're gonna stir it constantly, okay? So let me grab another little spatula here. There you go. Yeah, I don't like the spatula. Let's try a spoon. I have a smaller spoon. No, here we go. Okay, so you're gonna stir this constantly and just toast them up, okay? It should take about 2 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and then I will be right back once this is toasted for 2 minutes, and I'll show you the next steps, okay? So be right back. Okay, you guys, so they are nice and toasted now. Oh, I shut off the heat and I didn't need to, so let's turn that back on. And what you're gonna do now is you are gonna go ahead and add your vinegar mixture, okay, carefully. And you're gonna bring that to a simmer, okay, which already kind of is at a simmer, so that's good. Let's give it time to settle down and then wait for it to come up to a simmer, okay? So once it simmers, you're gonna go ahead and shut off the heat because it should be nice and hot. And what you're going to do then is you're gonna pour it into the jars, okay? And you want to make sure that you split it up between the two jars. Try to get a bay leaf in each jar, and then make sure you kind of try to get even amount of spices in each jar, okay? Then once you've done that, if it's not covering all of your cucumbers, you can go ahead and add some water until it covers the cucumbers up, okay? Then while it's hot, you're going to seal them. So right after you get done filling up your jars, you're gonna go ahead and put your lids on and seal them. And then you're gonna let them sit on your counter or whatever until they cool down to room temperature, okay? Once they've cooled down to room temperature, then you're gonna stick them in the refrigerator and let them refrigerate until the next day, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, it looks like my vinegar stuff is about up to a simmer now. So I'm gonna let that come up to a simmer. I'm gonna add it into my jars, add some water if I need to cover up the cucumbers, seal the lids, let them cool down to room temperature, or put on the lids, not seal the lids, put on the lids, let it come down to room temperature outside of this, and then go ahead and stick them in the refrigerator. And I will come back tomorrow and we will try these and see how they turned out, okay? So I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, you guys, so our pickles or cucumbers or whatever you want to call them have been in the fridge overnight, and we're gonna grab one out of here. Now, I did see where one of them, it looks like the garlic finger tip came out, but look at that. Isn't that hilarious? That is hilarious. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these, and I'll just leave that one out of the jar, because you don't want to stick it back in after you took a bite of it. So let's see how they taste. Okay. So it kind of tastes like a pickle, but kind of doesn't. Probably because, one, this isn't a Persian pickle, I don't think. And two, it's not a pickling pickle either. It's just a mini cucumber. So, but it's still pretty good. It tastes quite a bit like a dill pickle. I don't really know what it would taste like to eat the garlic bud on top with it. And I'm not going to try because I don't want to eat that much of a pickle right now. But it's actually pretty good. And they're really cute and funny. And these would be great at any Halloween party. All right, you guys. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy. And we'll see you later. Bye.